On Yud Tes, 8 lines down, Vehine, and behold, Midos Ahavazo, the character of this love, Ha'amoreh be'Benyonim, appears to the Benyonim, B'Sha'as Tefillah, at a time of prayer.
So you know the character of this love.
Yeah, this. I don't know, this type of love at this time.
Say it again.
I said character.
Repeat, say it.
Vehine, Midos Ahavazo, and behold, the character of this love, Ha'amoreh be'Benyonim, that appears. I'm not sure that Ha'amura be'Benyonim, that appears in a.
What's Amura?
Appear.
Why appear?
I don't know.
Take away the hay.
It's this that Amura, someone that said.
Okay. Ha'amura, that what we said.
Oh, cool.
This character of love that was said. That is said by Benjamin.
B'Sha'as Tefillah, at a time of prayer. Al Yadei Hiskaveros Hanefesh Elokis Chu, through the strengthening of the godly soul that it has over the animal soul. Hine, and behold, the Gabai Midregos Hatzadikim, in regards to the level of Tzadikim, of Di Hashem Be'emes, who serve Hashem in truth, Be'emes La'amiso, who serve Hashem in absolute truth. In Bechinas Ahavazo, this is not in this aspect of love. In Bechinas Ahavazo Nikras V'Shem Avodas Emes Klal. It is not by this aspect of love that it's called. It's not called a true service in the name of this aspect of love.
Rephrase and put the words in the same order. It's a puzzle. You have to mix up the words.
Yeah. Sorry. It is not in this aspect of love that is called a true service.
Makes sense. What is he trying to say here?
About
his love of the day and time of two.
It's that it's not true as true in the sense of the tzaddikim. Compared to tzaddikim, it's not true enough.
So in regards to the level of tzaddikim, who serve Hashem as the truth, this love is not. What you have to do is reverse the words. This love is not.
This love is not in the aspect.
This aspect of love, not in the aspect of.
Sorry.
This aspect of love is not what? Continue the rest of the.
Called in the name. It is not called a true service.
You get it?
Completely.
It's clear?
Yeah.
The name goes on the code.
Mm-hmm.
This aspect of love is not called by the name true service at all.
This love is not called.
Why?
Me'achar, since she'cholefes ve'overes, that it changes and it passes. Achar hatefillah, after the prayer, ve'kasiv, and like it was written.
And it is
written. And it is written. Shafas emes, the language of truth. Tikun la'ad, is established forever. The ad aragia, and up until that moment, lashon sheker. It is terminology of false.
Mm-hmm.
It's a false language.
What's true?
Something that's just temporary.
Huh?
Something that's just temporary.
But yeah, for a moment. That image is just for a moment. There's a concept of false.
False.
Or the language of falseness is only for a moment. They have the same purpose. Rather again, only for a moment is the Lashon Sheker. Falseness is less than for a moment. The language of truth is established forever. Therefore, what does it tell us about the Beinoni? The what?
The what? That
what?
It's not a.
Why is it not true service?
Well, it depends according to his level.
Why is it not called true service? Because level, which level?
The Beinonis.
No. Why is it called not true service?
Because there's truth higher than that level. I don't know.
You just said it inside. Why don't you know? Maybe you don't know. I'm not asking you questions from somewhere else. Just give it a
Because it's language of truth is established forever. I'm sorry, what was the question?
The service is not called.
What was the question?
This language of truth forever.
It's not called the true service by the Beinoni.
Why?
Well, isn't it called service at their level? According, because it's not by the Siddiqim.
What? Why? Listen, you why? So tell me what it's not. Just give a reason. A few words. Give a reason here.
Oh, because it changes in the past.
What does that mean?
That it's temporary.
Too simple.
Right.
Why are you so confused?
I was trying to think.
Who says temporary is false? Who says that anything temporary is false?
Who says
that anything temporary is called false?
Who says it? The Pasuk did.
Pasuk says it.
Yeah.
Truth is forever, and falseness is just for a moment. So anything that's only for a moment, it's categorized as false. So the passes after davening, it's called for a moment. It's clear?
Yeah. So you asked me a question about what I'm reading, so I should. Okay. And nevertheless, in regards to the level of the Beinonim, Nikras Avodah Tema, it is called a complete service. Be'emes Le'amiso, in perfect truth. Shelahem, by them.
What does it mean? Can't say by them doesn't make sense.
According to the Beinoni's level that he is at, it is.
This is what?
This is a true.
For them, this is
their
absolute
their
truth.
Shohem. Mito Shalahem.
You say?
Right.
This is called a complete service in their absolute truth. Because there is by them also an absolute truth. Ish.
Each man kafi nidragaso, each man according to his level, madregas habenunim, in the level of the Beinoni. Veharini, and behold, I call out behavasam. Okay, veharini kore behavasam shebesvilasam. And behold, I call out Habasam.
I just called.
Okay. In their love, Habasam.
I call their love of their prayer. What do I call that?
Habasam. In their prayer, Gam came. Also, Shafas Emes, the language of truth, Takun La'ad, established forever.
Hear what he's saying? The what?
During that time, that their prayers at that time,
their love
in their prayers at that time.
What about it?
It's a true love.
It doesn't say in their time.
No.
I also call
that is only in
their prayer. I also call lives of truth is forever. That it's an eternal. That it's a real, true level of love for them.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Even though it's temporary.
Hoyu, since ubekoach nafsham ha'elokis, in the power of their godly soul, Lachozer,
that it's in their power.
that is in the power of their nafsham halukis, their godly soul. Achazor v'le'orer, to go back and to arouse bechinas avazo le'olam, and to rouse this aspect of love forever.
That's why it's called what?
That's why it's called true.
Right? Because it can always rouse it again and again. How do they rouse it again and again? He's gavruso,
b'sha'as tefillah, in its strength that it has during prayer.
It's strengthening.
In its strengthening.
The God itself strengthens itself.
Shas tefillah in the time of prayer. Midei yom v'yom, on a daily basis. Al yedei hakana hareuya, through preparation, through a preparation which is fitting. L'kol nefesh, by all, to every soul. Kafi arecha umidregos, according to their level, according to its value and level, and its level.
Since they have the potential to do what? They have the power, and the potential to do what?
To awaken it.
Awaken it, therefore, it's also considered.
True.
True. And it's also considered like constant. Not just that. You constantly awaken it again and again. Now the obvious question that remains here is what? Do you think of a question here?
There's a couple. How can they keep that all day?
How can what?
How can they keep that?
Why not?
All day?
Why not? If you can do it for an hour, you can do it for 2 hours. If you can do it for 2 hours, you can do it for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's easy, but you can do it. Well, potentially you can do it. As the expression, maybe that person would pray a whole day. What does that mean? To stay on a level of praying a whole day, just like Rabbi thought about himself. So the fact there's such a wish in the Gemara means that potentially every person is capable of reaching that. To be in a state of like praying the whole day. And then we pray, you can arouse such a strong love. So you can arouse it the whole day. Obvious question is like this: what does this mean? That compared to tzaddikim's level, their service is not true. But compared to better themselves, it is their absolute true service, true love. What does this mean? What does it mean? True on one level, it's not true on another level. If it's true, it's true. If it's not true, it's not true. You understand the question? How do you understand this concept? Compared to up here, it's not true. Compared to down here, it is true. So obviously it means there is in every single level the absolute truth of that level. It's called its point of truth. There has to be a point of truth in everything that exists. Especially we talk about godliness and holiness. So that's what he's going to be explaining now in the next piece. Ki, because, hine, here, behold, midas emes, the attribute or the character of truth, it is midosoi shel Yaakov, the character of Yaakov. Right? We learned that. Titein emes Yaakov, Hashem gives truth to Yaakov. Yaakov's character is truth. Hanikra, which is called, this character of truth, which is character of Yaakov, is called Briach Hatichoin, the middle or inward rod. Remember learning the walls of the tabernacles that were made out of big beams, standing beams, one near the other, and there was a rod going through it to hold it together? Never learned it? No? That's a picture of the Beis HaMikdash. Talking about the tabernacles in the desert. Never saw it? There's a nice book with a lot of pictures, color pictures. Well, okay, here's this. Okay, you want to come here? Come here. A little easier. Here's the tabernacles. Here was the holiest of holy. Before here is the table, the altar, etc. This is the entrance. These are the beams. Each one is a big beam, 50 feet tall, and I think about 27 inches wide, each beam. Okay, so 20, and 9 here. These are the rods. These are rings. The rod went in to hold the wall together, shouldn't fall apart.
So is that the inner rod?
No.
No?
No.
It's in here then?
See what a beam looked like?
Yeah.
Two legs set into silver sockets on the bottom. These are silver sockets all on the bottom. Each thing had two legs
Supports it.
supports it. These things held them
To each
together.
other?
And
This hole, there would be...
this hole is the center rod went through the center of the beams, right to the center. These rods were on the outside. These are rings,
Right,
and inside came the rod.
okay.
Each wall had, shall we got it together here?
Yeah.
Slowly. These long rods, for the long walls, there was one rod went till here, half,
Oh,
and then another half.
okay.
Half, another half.
What about
The
on the
inner
inside?
rod,
One piece.
one long piece. See the inner rod?
Yeah.
One long piece.
That's
Now,
true.
okay, this is already, the walls are up. One of the opinions is that miraculously, the inner rod is not only one long piece for here, and one long piece for there, and one long piece for the other wall, but it went like a snake.
Wow.
It turned inside and all the way through, all around the whole Mishkan.
One piece.
One piece. Either way, the terminology used, as we learn inside Tanya, that is the rod that went from one end to the other end. So what does one end to the other end mean? Some say one end means each wall has two ends, this end and this end. Or one end to the other end means from this end to over to this end,
Right.
all around. That's two opinions. But that's the terminology. The middle rod that went from one end to the other end. That's what we're doing on the side. Got it?
Yeah.
Inside again, Hanika, which is called the character of Yaakov, is called the character of truth. Truth is the character of Yaakov. Hanika, which is called Briach, the rod. Hatichon, the inward rod. The inner rod, the one that's in the center. You got the place? Hamavriach, that runs, so to speak, runs. Min hakotza, from one end. El hakotza, to the other end. All the way through all the boards. So what does it mean spiritually? You have something in the center. This was in the center of the wood, not on the outside, not on the inside, but in the center, the inner center rod. One end to the other end. What would it mean from us, from here to above, from all the way down here to all the way to above? All the levels. Same idea, from one end to the other end. So that's what that represents in spiritual terms. Meroim, from the highest. Hamailos, of ranks, umadregas and levels, or qualities and levels, from the highest of qualities and levels, ad until serve the end called dargin, all the levels. All the levels in the spiritual realm, spiritual worlds, there is a rod that goes from one end to the other end, to the center of all the levels, the center point of all the levels. First thing here, it's a rod that goes from one end to the other, meaning from the highest levels all the way to the lowest levels. And there itself, where? In each level, b'chol maila, in every quality, in every rank, umadrega and level, mavriach, it runs through where? Toich, in the midst, or inside, so better inside, toich, inside, nekuda, the point, hoimtsoy is the center point, the intermediate point, the middle point. It's the middle point of each level. Center point of each level. What does this point represent, or what is it? Shehi, which it is. Nekudas, the point of. The Taf at the end makes it of. Nekuda is the point. Nekudas, the point of. Ubchinas, and the aspect of. Midas, emes, the character of truth. Shelo, of it, of that level. Each level has its character of truth. Where is it? The center point of that level. Everything around is all superficial. It's all external. The center point is where the truth is in each level. That shows us that every level has its truth. We started to explain. Midas emes, and this character of truth, the character of truth, he nachalo, it is an inheritance. Believe mitzarim, without boundaries. The ain law, there is not to it, to this level, to the truth. Ain law shir has no limit, no amount. L'mayla, above, ad until roim hamayla is the highest of levels, the highest of ranks. It goes all the way up, unlimited, all the way to infinity, basically. Truth has no limits, no measurement. All the way up to the highest of levels. The whole miles and all the ranks, umadregas and levels, shilamata, which are below, Haim, they are ke'ayin, like nothing. The Gabe in regards to or compared to, Maila is the ranks, Umadregas and levels, Shalom Maila men which are above them. Every lower level, even though it has its point of truth, compared to the higher level, it's like nothing. In its own world, its own level, is the absolute truth of that level. It's the point of truth. But compared to a higher level, it's like nothing. That's what we said before, that the absolute truth of the Beinoni in his service, of his love and his prayer, compared to tzaddikim, it's like nothing. It's not called true service. In their level, this is their absolute truth. Once they reach this great level of love, that's the truth of that level. That's how we can understand there's truth in every level. And the lower level compared to the higher level is compared like nothing. It's a different world. It's so much higher up the above. Ki yadu, as it is known, l'yeidechein, to those who know Kabbalah, shebechinas, that the aspect, roish of head, u'moichin and brains, shel madreges of the levels, tachtoines lower ones, meaning the highest point of the lower levels. What's the highest point of any level? That's the head and the brain. So it's known that the aspect of head and brains of the lower levels, hein, they are lemata, below, lower, the bechinas akavayim, than the aspect of the heels, the ragle and the feet, madregos of the levels, el yenes mehen, higher than them. The highest point of a lower level is lower than the lowest point of the higher level. To such extent. It's clear? Mm-hmm. Just to use a physical example. The highest point of any given floor is the ceiling. What's higher? The ceiling of the first floor or the floor of the second floor?
Floor of the second.
But it's a floor. And this is a ceiling. That's a foot and this is a head. This is the head of the highest level, the lower level. The head.
Yeah.
The other one is called the foot of the higher level, but it's only a foot, but it's a higher level.
It's a higher level.
So the lower level compared to the higher level is like nothing. That's how much greater is the higher level compared to the lower level. Okay, Maimar Azal, so that he brings it to Gemara. Okay, Maimar Azal, like the statement of our sages. Ragle, the feet, Hachayes of the angels called Chayes, familiar name? You say it in davening every day. The feet of the angels called Chayes, Keneged, Kulam, correspond to all of them. Correspond to all the what? To all the levels above them. Just the feet. I'm sorry, correspond to all the things that will be below them. It's all story in the Gemara. You can't say a story, it's an explanation. You've heard of Nebuchadnezzar the wicked? He said he's going to go up above and fight the above one. So now the heaven came down and said, "You wicked one, son of a wicked one, the grandson of a wicked one. You say you're going to go up, all the way up to heaven. Down you will go, all the way down to the pits." And he gives a whole description. He's planning to go up to heaven to fight Hashem, right? So Gemara gives a whole description. From the earth to the first heaven, how long does it take to get there? You know? 500 years.
Really?
From the first heaven to the second heaven, 500 years. Each heaven is as big, the heaven itself takes up also 500 years. 500 years the first heaven, the heaven itself is another 500 years.
Oh.
Between second heaven and third heaven, another 500 years. Third heaven is 500 years. And then you go to the seventh heaven. 7 times, not 7 times 500. It's already 13 times 500, right? Because between the heavens and each heaven. Mm-hmm. So you have 7 heavens and then you have 6 in between. It's 13 times 500 years. Okay? On top of the 7th heaven are the feet of the angels. And they correspond to everything below them. The calves of the angels are so big that they correspond to everything below that. Correspond to all the heavens and the feet of the angels. The thighs correspond to all that. The body of the angel corresponds to everything below that. The head of the angels corresponds to everything below that. The horns of the angels correspond to everything below that. Then on top of that is the throne of glory. The feet of the throne of glory corresponds to everything below it. The seat of the place where we sit of the throne of glory corresponds to everything below that. And on top of the seat is where Hashem is sitting, so to speak. And you say you're going to go up to fight him. Down, you shall go. That's the expression that the feet of the angels correspond to everything below that. You can imagine how big everything below that is and how big the feet are. What does it show us? To talk about spiritual levels, the higher level is so much bigger than the lower level that the lower is compared to nothing compared to the higher. That's what we can understand. How could there be truth on every level, and every lower level is like nothing compared to the higher level. The level of truth on a higher level is so powerful that everything below that is like not true. Got it? That's it. The end of the chapter. How much? So you have a whole page still, but how about with the vowels? You have.
No.
You have till the end of the chapter or not? I think so.
Go to the end of the chapter, yeah.
Huh? Yeah, it goes to the end of the chapter. So you have it. The next year you need the next one. Yeah, page 47 is the end. What, did you have a question?
Yeah, he nechala.
Nachala, it's an inheritance. Nachala is an inheritance. It's inheritance without boundaries. This is what we inherited from Yaakov.
The truth.
Truth? Sure. Hashem gave it to Yaakov, that's his character, but he gave it to everybody else. All the Jews have an inheritance of that. We all have our aspect of truth. We are real. Get it, Moshe?
Yes.
Don't lose that point of truth. When you get up, page 13, page 13.